my hair, not my eye. This is a review about Trial by Fire by Lynn Barnes, and this is a personalized signed copy which I got at BEA last year. And I mean, let me tell you, I was so excited to get it, even though at the time I hadn't read the first one and I didn't own the first one, so I promptly went out and bought the first one at the Strand, and then bought it again because I needed my formats to match, and I first bought it in paperback. So yeah, I've bought the first book twice, and I've bought this one none. So it makes up for it. It's like I bought this one. I love this series. I love Bryn as a character. I want her best friend as my best friend. Not Lake, but the other dude whose name I can't remember, because I read this book last year in like October, December. Yeah, this review has been sitting on my computer for a very long time, and while I quickly glance at my computer and bring up what I said about it, I said nothing about it on Goodreads. I tried writing this review. I have just gotten so freaking lazy with writing my reviews that I'm like, you know what, I'm being productive. I am doing a video while I multitask, and I haven't written anything, so I lied, but the amount of times I've tried writing this review and nothing came out. So this is the second book in the Raised by Wolves trilogy, I'm gonna say, because the third one comes out sometime this year, and while I multitask and check on Goodreads, because my computer's right here even though you can't see it, it comes out sometime this year. I am so excited to read it. It is called Taken by Storm, and the cover is gorgeous, like all of the covers in this series. And it comes out in May, according to Goodreads. That could be wrong, but anyways, so yeah, it's a really good werewolf series. This is one of my favorite werewolf series. It's a different take. The main character is not in fact a wolf herself, but she has the mentality of a wolf and the pack connection telepathically. And in the first novel, something big happens at the end of the book, and so this novel is dealing with the fallout of that and everything that comes after. And I'm really sorry, it's been months since I read it, so I'm really rusty on what actually happened, but I know I powered through it in like, oh my god, I don't even know, a day and a half. I read this so quickly. Yeah, I read it in less than a day. I love Lynn Barnes' writing style. I think her characters are brilliantly formed. I love the fact that she has a huge, burly male werewolf who comes off or is flamboyantly gay and loves musicals. Like, it's just such a different combination. And I love how Lake is this gorgeous specimen of she-wolf and names her shotguns and hates dealing necessarily with people, and almost comes across sometimes as resenting her beauty. And then of course you have the other characters like Bryn and Callum and everyone else, and it's just, I don't know, it's just so well crafted that it makes me almost speechless to coherently make this review. And I say a lot. Apparently it's become a problem. So I don't know, it just, There was a lot of action in this book. You deal with other supernatural creatures, not just werewolves as it was primarily in the first novel. You meet all of these people who, I don't know, you're not necessarily sure if they're good or bad, and it's one of those things almost, it's like nature versus nurture. You think that they may have had a chance to be good, but just the way that things have been around them, that they've adapted and they've become these beings who create all this havoc. And you're introduced to a different antagonist. I hope I didn't mix. No, that antagonist is the right word, right? Whatever. You're introduced to a different villain than in the first book, and this, you could almost read Trial by Fire as a standalone, but by reading Raised by Wolves first, I mean, you have this huge insight into the book, but you could read Trial by Fire by itself simply because it recaps quite well and it explains things as they come along, and because it is a completely different villain pool than the first one, and it's dealing with different problems. And I'm babbling, but anyways, so it is just, I don't know, I loved this novel. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really well done. I am officially a fan for life of Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I'm pretty much going to read whatever she throws out there, especially any upcoming projects that I am not aware of. So if you know, let me know. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. This book was released last summer by Edgemont USA, and it's really hefty. It's good for propping things up. It's on my bookshelf right behind me normally, as you would have seen in my bookshelf tour. And yeah, I don't know, I love this series. I realize it's not going to necessarily appeal to everyone, but if you're looking for a really good werewolf read and you really enjoyed things along the same lines as Nightshade and what other werewolf books are there? I don't know, whatever. Other supernatural books as well, not just necessarily werewolves, but if you enjoyed those and you're looking for something new, this is a really good series to start. It's not a series, it's a trilogy, as long as there's not a fourth book coming out. But it's just, I don't know, there's a lot of action, there's a lot of adventure, there's a little bit of romance, but there's not a love triangle. I had to think about that for a second, but there's not a love triangle, and there's more supernatural elements than just necessarily werewolves, which is a bonus if you don't want to deal with just werewolves. Yeah, so check it out if you haven't already. See if you can get it from your local library or borrow it from someone if you don't feel like buying it, or you can buy it, which would be super cool because it's a really nice book and you would definitely want to have it on your bookshelf if you liked it. And that is all for me. I am giving this book a 5 stars on Goodreads, and it is a 9.5 out of 10 for me on my own review scale. So yeah, I'm really excited, really excited for Taken by Storm. It's going to be so nice. And you know what, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, I met her in person at the Smart Chicks Kick It tour stop when they were in Ottawa last fall. Oh my god, was it last fall? And she's super nice, and yeah, you should definitely check out her stuff, even if it's not necessarily this book, but this is a really good book. And I'm done babbling for this video, so I will see you guys later. Bye, happy reading.